Hey folks, we need to get the hell out of Iraq. Now I know we just had the Baker committee come back and they got 79 things we need to do to extricate ourselves from this debacle. And I'm sure all 79 of those things probably need to be done. Is Bush going to do it? No. It's going to be business as usual for Mr. Bush. What we need to do is get the hell out of there. We need to get the hell out of there right now. And I know there's lots of people going to say this is cut and run, right? But it isn't about that. It isn't about that. It's about cutting your losses. Cutting your losses. I don't think we've gained anything over there. We've killed a bunch of Iraqis. We've killed a bunch of Americans. We tore the hell out of their country. They don't have any public service over there anymore. I mean, it's going to, they've been pounded back into the Stone Age practically. Are we going to stay another 2 years and spend another, $500 billion and not train their soldiers very well and get a bunch more Americans killed and make Halliburton and those guys just a little bit fatter? Are we just going to get the hell out of there? That's what we need to do. We need to just get the hell out of there. One of the things that disturbed me about this proposal, and believe me, I was waiting on this. I was waiting on the Baker Commission proposal, and for what they were given and what their mission was, I got to say I think they did a pretty good job. But the job they did was based on what they thought they could push past Bush. You can tell by listening to their conclusions that there is no winning this thing, and you can also tell by what's going on that there's not even any reasonable chance when we do leave that this government that's over there now is going to make things all right. It just isn't going to happen. Okay, that country is going to go through a civil war no matter what we do. They've got to. They got to fight it out. And they're going to, regardless of what we do. Now, granted, we could pound them all into the ground so there's nobody left to fight, and we could just fight their civil war for them. But that's not right either. They're going to have to work it out. Now, we caused a lot of problems over there, and if it means we've got to build a base over there, like Guantanamo or maybe even stronger than that, it's got to be secure. I mean, we got to do what we can to make it secure. Build a base over there, put people in it to train these Iraqis, but do not put our combat troops in with the Iraqi troops under their command to quote-unquote support them. Big mistake. Big mistake. It puts those guys at so much risk it's unbelievable. Now they got the same job to do with less people, less equipped people, and not even in control. It would be disastrous. Disastrous. Believe me. So, pull the combat troops out. Let the Iraqis do their own fighting. And we train them. Put that base in there. Make it secure. Put our advisors in there so they can help train those guys. And let them go for it. Let's see if they can do it. Now, one thing we could do, and we're probably already doing it to some degree, but we ought to really go after it, is we ought to go to the UN and say, look, boys, we're willing to get out of Iraq. We want to get out of Iraq. And you want us out of Iraq. But to do that, we need your help. We need you guys to get off your asses and come over there and help us too. Now, I know the British have been helping us some, and the Canadians have been helping us, and the Australians have been helping us. Lots of people have been helping us. Okay, don't get me wrong. But what they need to do is send some of their advisors over to help train these jokers too. Let's make this a multinational force. Now, when we went into Iraq, we made some mistakes. We didn't go in with the rest of the world behind us. We just said, screw it, we're going in, right? Well, I think what we ought to do now is go back to the table and say, look guys, we made a mistake. We should have included you guys in on this from the beginning, right? But we need your help now. We need you to help us get these guys up to speed. And let them help us train. Let them help us train. We shouldn't bear the brunt of this whole thing. That region of the world's important to everybody, so they ought to help. As far as the Baker Commission goes, you know, I think those guys did what they could with what they had to work with. But it's not going to work, and we got to get out of there. We got to get our boys out of there. You know, if that Middle East blows up, and I think it's a matter of when the Middle East blows up, we're going to have to reevaluate what we do. We're going to have to look at what's going on over there and evaluate it. But right now, us sitting there in the middle of a big civil war, doing nothing but getting shot up, is not accomplishing a thing. Well, that's my opinion. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Hell, if you hate this idea, rate my video bad. If you love the idea, rate the video good. Give me some comments down here. Let's find out what the hell you guys think. Because this is a big deal. We got to get out of there. We can't be messing around. Later.